My baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for furs and laces. My baby don't care for high top places. My baby don't care for rings or other expensive things. She's sensible as can be. My baby don't care who knows. My baby just cares for me.
Mothers belonged to the Co-op Guild. They had a concert party and it was called Victory V, and mothers used to sing and do sketches, and as the children, Jackie danced and she could do Beside the Seaside, and then I used to tap dance because being older learned a bit more tap dancing, but we used to go all around the area, different churches,
The Co-op had lots of halls in them days in different places.
When the war broke out, we lived at Plymouth. My dad worked in the dockyard, and he was one that volunteered because apparently it was only going to be over in a few months, and my sister was expected, and it got worse, didn't it, especially Plymouth. So we moved up to Torquay. Jackie was born. I went to the Methodist church because they did concerts, and I wanted to be in the concert, to be on the stage doing Over the Rainbow with my dress that my mother made. These are still things you remember, actually. It's surprising how it comes back. My cousin's in the front row like this. What's she doing, you know?
Well, I first got the bug by a concert party on the beach in Cornwall when I was about 12, 13, which would have been very soon after the Pierrots. The headmaster used to call me the school magician, and I was in school concerts and things like that. And eventually, when I joined the RAF, I took my props with me because I heard that there would always be an outlet for it. I was in Coastal Command, LAC, leading aircraftsman in those days. Right after D-Day, I was stationed at Sir Devil in Cornwall, and we had the concert party, and we were entertaining the first wounded that came back from the D-Day Normandy beaches, and that was a very poignant occasion. So many of those young men with limbs missing and blinded and terrible things. So that's etched in my memory, obviously. I remember during the war how much we looked forward to these shows. Sometimes we had the pleasure of seeing some of the current stars that came to entertain us. People that you had heard on radio, and they were so remote to the general public, and suddenly you're there dancing to them or watching them. And that was absolutely marvellous.
Now, here she is, the favorite of troops all over the world, our Gracie.
Hello, everybody. Let's among.
It's a question of having that light and shade in life. You've got your regimentation in the services and the discipline. And then from time to time you're facing dangers and all sorts of problems. And you need that relaxation. Live entertainment is so vital, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Chin Upper!
Ladies and gentlemen, take your seats, please.
I know who put that there.
Yes, it's that man again.
It's that man again. Yes, that man again. Yes, that Tommy Hanley is here.
Once again, by providing hoses for the masses, he proves he's a public bomb factory. A great fill-up in brief and short is...
Mother's private toy. This is Hanley's boy. Oh, it's useless to complain. When trouble's brewing, it's his doing. That man again.
The radio was the centre, of course. There weren't many channels on the radio, but the big radio programmes, things like Itmar, with all the catchphrases, if somebody said to you, after you, Claude, somebody would say, no, after you, Cecil. And anywhere in the country that would happen. Everybody knew them and everybody followed them. It was a tremendously important morale boost.
This isn't fur, it isn't fur.
Who are you?
The Mer.
The mayor? I don't care if you are the mayor. Take a chair, mayor.
Where?
There. Now, what's the trouble?
All this werry-eyed cannot burr.
Oh, you're suffering from wear and tear. Did such things happen when I was mayor?
Yeah.
Quiet, Kurt.
We had a very different idea about what we were going to do. Initially, they were going to devise a piece that was very different to what they've got. They're very used to devising from scratch and devising around a subject rather than being given a script. The challenge was that it was for radio, but it also had to be visually interesting. So that was their challenge, and I think they've done a good job of that. Also, working with Tony, who works in a very, very different way to me, I think is always good. Getting different experiences with different directors and different facilitators, it's giving you another opportunity and another avenue for performance.
We used to make up our own entertainments, including a skiffle group with the old tea chest, tambourine, washboard, mum on the piano. We used to have a good old sing-song and an ease-up. Right back years ago, my auntie told me
for the last 2 years, we've been working in Torbay with members of the community, young and old, to look at wartime entertainments, the entertainments that took place during armed service. We also have for your delight and delectation a 1940s radio show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Now then, can you read the letters on this wall?
What letters?
Good, that means you've passed the hearing test.
Come in. Can I do you now, sir?
Well, if it isn't Mrs. Mott, the ramping vassal with the towels all tasseled. I thought you told me you'd been called up.
Well, sir, I had me medical.
And you were past day 1?
Oh, no, sir, I'm past 62.
You don't look a day over 61. Now, what's this bubbling up from the pestle?
Don't forget the diver. Don't forget the diver, sir.
After the Second World War, the kind of entertainment that was enjoyed on radio in Itmar became the Goon Show and subsequently Monty Python. The kinds of music went into skiffle from the kinds of bands that there had been coming over during the war, and then into pop music. So the history of wartime entertainment is part of understanding British popular entertainment. And I'm interested in how people respond to that, ordinary people in their ordinary lives. But in wartime, of course, their extraordinary lives. That, for me, is fascinating and intriguing. And the kids' responses to it now, how they respond to the kind of a jingoism of some of it. And their response is pacifist. So their poetry is all about avoiding war and the need to avoid war at all costs.
See, I don't really know how to explain it. I think wartime entertainment is to keep the soldiers doing what they're doing, to keep them not quite thinking, have them go off, you go and fight that war, you go and kill those people, and we'll let you see Ed Sheeran.
Entertainment is good because like some soldiers will be like thinking this is like my last day maybe, because when you go to sleep someone's like an enemy could have snuck in and killed you, and like the last thing you might have done is playing a game with your friends, and you never know if you're gonna wake up the next morning.
I got a man who's always late, most every time that we make a date, but I love him. Yes, I love him, so I'm gonna walk right up to his gate, just see if I can get it straight, 'cause I want him.
Relatives and all your furry pets, and enjoy Doorstep Juicy Theatre.
I think it's been really good for the group to tour it out of Brixham. They mainly do performances at the Edge, so it's been really, really nice to give them an opportunity to go elsewhere around the bay and try out their work in different spaces and have to adapt it to the different venues. That's been really successful.
Absolutely brilliant. Wesley has learning difficulties, but to be involved in a production, he's grown in confidence, he's enjoyed himself, he's enjoyed being part of a team. He's met so many people, so many different people, so many different ages, so many people from different walks of life, different professions. It's been absolutely brilliant for him.
I feel like the Chin Up Project is an important thing in Torbay. To work on it, you feel really good all day long when you're talking to people and you can feel like you're really engaging with people. There's a really good feel-good factor to that.
Baby, still my baby true.
It's important to have a wider perspective than just the warfare itself and the fear of war or the pity of war. That actually it's about laughter and it's about song. And those young people have found that in this performance, and to see how that communicates with the older people as well. So older people are able to see the younger people having a response to those things that were important to them. And that's a community initiative, and it's very precious because it will change those young people's lives and it enables those old people to recognise the value that youthful energy can have.
My baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for furs and laces. My baby don't care for high-top laces. My baby don't care for rings or other expensive things.